All right. So if you've ever worked on a bus or a big commercial truck, you know their AC systems are just a whole different beast, right? Well, today, we're going to look at the machine that was built specifically to tame them, the Bludee AC500. So you might be thinking, why can't I just hook up my regular car AC machine to a big old bus? Good question. And honestly, it all boils down to one simple thing: scale. Just pure, massive scale. And let me tell you, that difference in scale, it's not just a small step up. It creates a huge challenge for any shop. I mean, just look at the numbers here. Your typical passenger car, what does it hold? A pound? Maybe 2 pounds of refrigerant? But a big coach bus, we're talking 10, 20, even 30 pounds of the stuff. That is a massive difference. Plus, you've got these incredibly long refrigerant lines running the entire length of the vehicle. Your standard AC machine, it's just not designed to handle that kind of volume or that kind of complexity. No way. And that's exactly the problem the Bludee AC500 was built to solve. This machine wasn't an afterthought. It was designed from the ground up specifically for these big vehicles. And here it is. This is the AC500. It's a full-on, professional-grade machine for recovering, recycling, and recharging r134a systems. And let's be clear, this is not just some beefed-up car machine. Nope. This is a purpose-built tool, engineered specifically for the heavy-duty world. And you can just tell by looking at it, right? This thing is built like a tank. It's meant to survive in a busy commercial shop. You've got the tough frame, the heavy-duty wheels, the whole shebang is designed for the daily grind. It's not just about what it can do, it's about how reliably it can do it, day in and day out. So what's under the hood, so to speak? What actually makes this a true heavy-duty machine? Well, let's break down the core components that give this thing its muscle. Okay, first up, and this is a big one, it all starts right here. A massive 110-pound internal refrigerant tank. So why is that such a game changer? Well, think about your workflow. With a tank this big, you can fully service a bus that needs, say, 30 pounds of refrigerant, all in one shot. No stopping to swap out smaller tanks, no interruptions. It's just one smooth, continuous cycle. And what does that really mean? Less downtime for the vehicle and more productive, billable hours for you. All right, next up is the vacuum pump. And this one is a beast, rated at a powerful 8.0 CFM. And trust me, that power is absolutely crucial. You know those super long AC lines on a bus that run from the front all the way to the back? You need a seriously strong pump to pull a deep, proper vacuum on a system that big. This ensures you get every last drop of damaging moisture out of there, which is key for a quality, long-lasting repair. Now for the real muscle behind the whole operation. We're talking about a 3/4 horsepower compressor. So what does that mean in the real world? It means speed, plain and simple. This compressor lets the AC500 recover refrigerant at more than 2 pounds a minute. Now, when you're pulling 20 or 30 pounds out of a system, that recovery speed makes a huge difference. It's all about getting that bus serviced and back on its route as fast as possible. So let's put it all together. You've got that massive tank, so you can do the whole job in one go. You have the super powerful vacuum pump to handle those crazy long AC lines. You've got the fast compressor to pull huge amounts of refrigerant quickly. And you've got a super accurate load cell, which means you're not wasting expensive refrigerant or undercharging the system. See? Every single key component is beefed up and perfectly scaled for serious heavy-duty work. And of course, this machine is built for the modern fleet, which includes hybrid and electric vehicles. And this is so important. You have to know the difference between your standard PAG oil for gas vehicles and the non-conductive POE oil used in hybrids. Getting this wrong isn't a small mistake. You could cause thousands of dollars in electrical damage. It's a critical safety point that the manual really drives home. And just to be perfectly clear, this isn't a tool for the weekend hobbyist. This is a serious piece of professional equipment. As the manual itself says, only technicians who are EPA Section 609 certified are allowed to operate it. This is all about ensuring safety, staying compliant, and making sure refrigerant is handled the right way. Okay, so we've talked about all the raw power this machine has, but that's only half the story. The AC500 is also incredibly smart, making the whole service process super efficient with its fully automatic workflow. Basically, you can put it in automatic mode, hook up the hoses, press a button, and walk away. Seriously, the machine takes over and runs the entire show by itself. It recovers the old refrigerant, it pulls a vacuum to get rid of moisture, it injects the exact right amount of new oil, and then it recharges the system perfectly, all on its own. So what you get is true hands-free operation. Your technician can be doing something else while the machine works. It's also incredibly efficient, meeting SAE standards by recovering 95% of the refrigerant. It automatically purges any air that gets in, keeping your supply tank pure. And get this, it has a built-in database with all the refrigerant and oil specs for tons of vehicles, including the buses you're working on. It's a huge time saver. So let's bring it all home. When you add up all these features, the power, the capacity, the automation, what's the bottom line? Why should a busy commercial shop really care about a machine like this? Well, it really comes down to a few key things. You get way more productivity because you're servicing vehicles faster. You get pinpoint accuracy, which cuts down on waste and prevents comebacks. You get the raw power to handle literally any big r134a system that comes through your door. And you get the peace of mind that comes with guaranteed compliance and a reliable tool that was actually built for the tough jobs. Look, at the end of the day, the AC500 takes what is often one of the most frustrating jobs in the shop and turns it into a smooth, efficient, and profitable process. So I guess the only real question left is, are you ready to stop fighting with equipment that's too small for the job and start mastering these big, complex AC systems for good?